What's up, everybody? You are tuned in to the Cris Style
And Mo,
Podcast, episode 237, Takeover Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a good night, whatever you're doing. You're at home, you're at work. We appreciate y'all tapping into the live stream. If you're listening on the playback, we appreciate you too. Leave a comment in the comments section. Got a few things to speak on. We got some NFL news. It's gonna be a news night, y'all. NFL news, NBA news, boxing news, and everybody's favorite balls random news.
yeah, absolutely.
So, before we get into those topics, Mo, how you feeling, sir?
Feel good, man. One lesson I have learned, which I don't think it should be a lesson, but goddamn, white people can drink their ass off. But,
Yes, they can.
Very good drinkers. But everybody's been polite, man, so I can't really complain. But I'm feeling good, man. How you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see here in a little bit.
All right, man. Let's get into some NFL news, man.
Now let's do it.
Big time trade happened. My Kansas City Chiefs ended up trading all-pro corner Trent McDuffie to the LA Rams. Now, the day before, there was pretty much rumblings that this was going to happen. My man Les Snead, the GM of the LA Rams, put it out there that, hey, man, we were willing to give away our second first round pick for a proven corner. And a lot of people were speculating that he was pretty much telling Brett Veach, hey, man, give me Trent McDuffie.
Like, what we doing, dog? Like, what's
Now, I will admit to you, Ma, I was not expecting this haul. I was expecting maybe you get 29 and maybe like a fourth or something. That's what I was expecting. I was not expecting to get a fifth of a sixth and 2027 third round pick. But you know, I got to give love to Brett Veach for getting a haul like this. This is as good as if you're gonna trade away a big time corner like this, you're not gonna get the Sauce Gardner deal like that. People looked at that deal like, what the hell are the Colts doing? Like, giving up that much for Sauce. Sauce is amazing, but not for two first round picks.
Hey, man, it's close enough to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we all know the Rams are in win now mode, and the knock on them is that their secondary isn't the best. They got, solid pass. They got young pass rush with Fisk and Verse and Young, and all those guys on that defensive line. The main thing in this offseason was to shore up their secondary. And we all know the Rams ain't scared to trade away all their picks to try to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So they don't really care about picks. they care about winning now. They feel like they're in win now mode. And, we could argue that, hey, if they had a possibly better secondary, that somebody could have made a play, in that Seattle game, Rams possibly would have been in the Super Bowl, and they would have been the one celebrating another Super Bowl. So this does booster their secondary. I still think they need to get, do some more work, to add with Trent McDuffie. But this is a great start for the Rams. And, as far as the Chiefs go, like I said, I hate to see them go. Of course, you don't want to let go all pro talent. Of course not. You know what I'm saying? But in the state that we're in right now, we got a lot of holes, man. And Trent McDuffie on this team ain't going to just fix everything. And we only had 6 picks. Like, we needed to find a way to get more picks, for this draft to try to fill up some of the spots. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not mad at the trade. Like I said, I hate to see Trent go. I was a big Trent McDuffie fan, but hey, man, I'm glad that he get to go home. He's from the LA area, so he gets to go back home, and he's gonna get paid. They already said he's gonna get paid, so I think it was a win-win on both sides.
Yeah, like obviously, we've been kind of talking about, maybe a potential Trent McDuffie trade. Obviously, with the history of what you guys do with your cornerbacks, I know we kind of talked a little bit about that. I know you kind of hinted that maybe it could be a possibility that they could keep him just because of, his age. I think you said he's like 24, 25 or something like that. So,
yeah.
then, we talked about, L'Jarius Sneed and, other guys, Tavarius Ward and stuff like that that you guys previously had that you guys end up going. But hey, it goes with the fitting trend. Look, I understand that in this point where it's just like, all right, you got Patrick Mahomes coming off a knee injury. I assume he'll probably be ready by the time Trent. Like, look, if Daniel Jones could be ready with an Achilles, I assume Patrick Mahomes will be ready. Will be ready by week 1 for the Chiefs. So I'm sure that's good news for y'all. But look, I get it, man. Anytime you got Mahomes coming back, like you obviously want to, put your best foot forward, take all your chances, with the availability that he does have, because you guys saw it just last year, man. It could be taken away with you just like that, you know what I mean? And luckily it wasn't like a gruesome knee injury. Like obviously you don't want him to go through anything, but luckily it's something that he could easily bounce back from, just with how medicine has evolved throughout the years and stuff like that. So as a Raider fan, I hate to see it, but at the same time, it's great for the game to have Patrick Mahomes back. But as you kind of stated, you guys had some cap, stuff that you guys had to deal with. I know you guys, released some players and, restructured Mahomes' contract and stuff like that. So I'm sure with Trent McDuffie and not having to worry about, signing him to a big deal, which that will be something the Rams will have to, now they got to figure that out with all the cap situation that they have. Like, you got Devontae Adams on the books, you got Puka Nacua. I'm assuming, I don't know if did Puka get a new deal, or is he up for a new deal? Like, what's going on with him? I don't know what
I think he already signed a new deal.
He already signed a new deal.
I think he did. I'm not sure, but I think
I'm not really sure. But if he hasn't, he's coming up for a big payday, so you got to figure that out as well. But I understand it from both sides. Like, look, I think it was a win-win. I think at the end of the day, look, we always hear situations where people assume that they can't get certain quality picks for certain players. And look, if there is demand for a said player, there will always be a situation where you could get more than what you assume you can get for said player. Like Trent McDuffie, we can easily say he's a top 5, at least top 6 cornerback in the game. He's very arguably top 5. And look, the Rams needed that desperately with some of the situations that they have. And I agree with you. There are certain things that they can do. There are rumors of maybe, they could be adding another big time player from my team. There's rumors about that. So, and then for you guys, I think you guys got quality picks, something to build upon, whether if you guys, like somebody, maybe you guys could potentially trade up. I talked to you about that, but, you kind of assume that they'll probably end up using all the picks, individually. And, you guys got a great history at finding some talent. So, yeah, I agree with everybody. I think it's a win-win for everybody in a certain situation that both teams are in. And, what, shout out to Trent, what I mean? He proved me wrong. I've talked a lot of mess about him. I didn't know if he was legit, but, he turned into a believer in me. And I think it's a win for the Rams. I think it's a great situation for him. Nacua is eligible for a new deal. No resign yet. Yeah. So, he between him, JSN won a new deal. Receivers is up. So shout out to them. If y'all want to let us hold some for a little bit, y'all can donate to the pod, man. If y'all ever see this too. So shout out to y'all. But yeah, man, I don't want to keep rambling on, but shout out to both teams, man. It was a win-win for both parties.
Yeah, for sure. Other news. Did we talk about Kyler Murray?
Nah, no, we did not. We can talk about it again if we did. Nah, it doesn't matter.
Well, it's been official today. He got released. He put out a post saying, pretty much saying that, he appreciates everything from the Arizona Cardinals. He feels like, he let the fan base down, not getting them, to much success that he thought he could bring them. But now he's a free agent. And we're gonna see, what the market looks like for Kyler Murray. Like me and you talk about Kyler Murray, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Last year I did. I was like, I'm off, dude. I'm done with him. Like,
me, that's my guy, man. That's my guy, man. I root for Kyler, man.
And I root for him too. I think he's immensely talented. I've never said the dude ain't talented. Like I've seen dude make some throws where it's like, damn,
yeah.
And then I seen him make some decisions like, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing, man? But it's gonna be interesting to see where he goes. I'm sure he's gonna sign for the bet minimum because the Cardinals are gonna be paying him $38 million. It's gonna be almost kind of like the Russell Wilson situation, but he's a younger player than Russell Wilson. He's still
he still has a lot left.
Yeah, he's still in his prime. So this is a lot differently. But I could see him signing like a 1 year, maybe $5 million, deal with incentives or whatever. And I agree. I think Minnesota would be dumb not to kick the tires or at least, see what's up with Kyler Murray. He does need to go somewhere where there is some leadership on that team. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to question the young man, and I think it was a more so maturity thing too. I just think that he likes what he likes. We all know he likes Call of Duty. He's a gamer and all that stuff. But hopefully, this situation will maybe wake him up a little bit to say, hey man, this game is serious. You know what I'm saying? This is your livelihood, and playing the quarterback position is a very serious position. Not everybody gets to play this position at a high level and maintain. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? You have to be in that film room. You almost have to be, not even almost, you have to be first one there, last one out
Yeah.
type thing, because that's what the organization, some organizations just don't care. But
Mhm.
um if you're going to a good organization, they're going to want that from you. Fan bases are going to want that from you. And he can have a Sam Darnold type arc, you know what I'm saying? Because I guarantee if he goes to Minnesota and balls out, they ain't gonna let him go. They
Yeah.
definitely gonna re-sign him.
Mhm.
And I know a lot of people talk about his height and all that stuff, but um, I think he's just an outlier. I think talent wise, you see it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's just somebody just something they talk about. No, Kyler Murray has shown that he has talent. He can make plays in this league. He's had great moments of greatness in this league. But I do think that he needs to get on the team. I don't think he should go to the Jets. No, don't go to that dumpster fire, dog. Don't do not do that to yourself. Go to the Vikings. Um, I don't know. Maybe, even though I feel like they're mediocre, I think they're better than the Jets, I guess the Steelers. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like I think they would try to at least get some, more players over there to, build around Kyler Murray. So
Mhm.
um but go to an organization where you know that you got a strong foundation. Don't go to the Jets, man, where you know that foundation is not good. They run through quarterbacks, they eat you alive. That media and they is not gonna like your personality because he has a very laid back personality. So
Mhm.
he needs to go somewhere where they chill, the media ain't crazy, and he can just do his thing. So
Yeah, nah, like I agree. I think the Minnesota Vikings need to be calling Kyler Murray right now. Absolutely. Like go ahead. I think he's easily the best quarterback available right now. I know a lot of people have, high regards with Mac Jones and Malik Willis, but let's be honest. We seen Kyler Murray have great stretches. Now, obviously, he's had some bad stretches, but we've seen him take a team 8-1, have him legit first place in the conference. Now, obviously, did they finish strong? No. We gotta understand that the Cardinals organization isn't like one of the most top tier organizations that has been ran the last couple of years. You know what I mean? So you gotta think into that. I think if you put him in a situation with Kevin O'Connell, Minnesota, you have a decent offensive line. You got two great receivers in Joe Addison and Justin Jefferson, probably the two best receivers he's ever thrown the ball to. You got a decent running game. You got one of the more top tier defenses. I think they finished in the top 10 last year. That I think you put him on that field, man, with those guys. I think they have a great opportunity to kind of, not saying they can do what Seattle did as far as like winning the Super Bowl, because I just think that isn't something I think we will see a lot, but it could potentially be there. I think Kyle Murray can get a team to the Super Bowl. Hell, if Sam Darnold can do it, if Joe Flacco can do it, I believe Kyler Murray can do it. So hell, Jimmy Garoppolo was able to do it, so I don't see why he can't do it. So and at the end of the day, man, they got to accept that JJ McCarthy is not ready now. Whether you want to send him down for another year, or potentially maybe shop him, I think that's something you got to really strongly consider, because when you really think about Kyle Murray being added to the team, I don't think that would be like a stopgap situation. I think it'll be like more of like, all right, we're gonna you're gonna be our future for the next like at least 2 to 3 years. You know what I mean? Like let's see what happens with that. Maybe sign a 3-year deal, 2 years guaranteed with the third one as a team option, just to see how everything's played out. And if that's the case, then I think you got to kind of cut bait with JJ McCarthy. Now, if you want to have a solid backup, you could potentially keep him and maybe try to, give him a couple years to sit behind Kyler Murray and kind of understand what he needs to do, because I feel like with JJ McCarthy, that's kind of what he needs. Maybe get his body in better shape so he is capable of withstanding a full NFL season. So I think that could be an opportunity to there too, because he's still on a rookie deal. So I don't see no pressure in maybe cutting him or anything like that. So, but yeah, I think Kyler Murray going to there. I'll agree with you. Stay away from the Jets. Stay away from the Jets. The Steelers, depending on the situation with Aaron Rodgers, I know he was on Pat McAfee earlier today. He hasn't really made a decision, even though I kind of find it. I think he's coming back, but I just honestly can't see anywhere else unless it's a situation where, maybe a situation where, we have heard rumors of potentially maybe CJ Stroud getting, kind of maybe being traded. You kind of throw that up there. I wouldn't rule out the Browns in the situation where, they've been rumored with everybody. So I wouldn't rule them out as well. Honestly, can't think of anywhere else that he potentially could go.
The only other place I could see possible, maybe Miami takes the flyer.
Maybe, but I think they're in a kind of situation where they kind of want to tank. You know what I mean? I think they'll just give what's my man name, Quinn Ewers. I think they'll just give him the reins and just kind of see how he does and give him a real opportunity. And if they don't like what they see, then they can just go into next year's draft and draft somebody.
Maybe Stefanski doesn't believe in Michael Penix Jr.
I think that could be a situation too. I think that would be a really good fit. You pair him with Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, and Drake London, and those guys. I think that's an amazing fit. I didn't even think about that. That is a great thought process, because we all know Kevin Stefanski, bro. If he don't like you, he will make sure that he won't make you succeed. So yeah, I can see that too. Yeah, I think those would probably be the two best spots. I did say the Colts, but I agree with you, and it depends on the whole situation with Daniel Jones and that transition tag. It's still an opportunity that he could get picked up by somebody else, but we gotta see what's up. But if he does, I could see maybe the Colts being involved in that too with him. But yeah. I think Kyler Murray be one of the first players to get taken off the board, though. That's how I kind of feel. So I think I'll take the Colts out of the running.
Yeah, for sure. Your Raiders.
Yes, sir.
Max Crosby been in trade talks.
Mm-hmm.
They're asking for a Michael Parsons type return.
Absolutely.
Two first round picks, additional assets or players.
Yep.
So they want 2 first round picks and maybe probably a wide receiver or
maybe a cornerback,
maybe an offensive lineman,
something like that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So what are your feelings on this? How you feeling about this Max Crosby situation?
Look, I know there's a lot of Raider fans that are kind of over this whole situation. They're kind of getting burnt out because this is just the main topic that gets talked about consistently every time. And there's also a feeling within Raiders or within Raider fans that there's a lot of feelings within, especially in the mainstream TV media with ESPN and stuff like that. They just want the Raiders to just suck at all times. You know what I mean? You already got the people already fatigued about the Fernando Mendoza, maybe the Jets trading up, and the Raiders shouldn't draft him, they should trade down and all this stuff. Now you add the Max Crosby, it gets a lot. And look, man, I think at the end of the day, I know there's been people that have kind of said that we wouldn't be able to get the kind of capital that we're asking for. I highly disagree. I just think he's just too prominent of a player that a lot of teams really want. And I think there's just a war. I think currently we're going through a bidding war currently right now. And I just think the Raiders are kind of just going to shift through everything. I've heard the Bears. I think the Bears are a strong contender. I've heard the Seahawks. I've heard the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not going to rule out the Bills. I'm not going to rule out the 49ers. I'm not going to rule out the Rams. I've heard the Rams and stuff like that too. I just think there's a lot of viable suitors for him. So I think it's a possibility we could potentially maybe get a little bit more. Now we'll see. But I know there's probably a lot of coming for Michael Parsons too. But I think at the end of the day, I think we will get at least the 2 first round picks and a top tier player. And if that's the case, man, look, I don't want to see Max grow, but at the same time, I understand the process. I understand the business, and I understand his kind of frustrations with certain things that's been going on. Like, I'm sure everybody's heard the numbers. He's been through 5 head coaches, 6 GMs, whatever the number may be. It's kind of crazy. And I think Max deserves what he wants. And I think as Raider fans, I think we should kind of just accept if that's what he wants to do. Show him love, man. He's been nothing but respectful and honorable to us as a Raiders player. He gave us everything, and it just sucks that we couldn't, this team couldn't give him the opportunity to showcase his talent on in the Super Bowl stage, because I think he was primed for that. We kind of saw a little bit of glimpse of that in the Cincinnati game, where I believe we should have won that game, but things happen. So at the end of the day, whatever happens, and I will always root for Max, and hopefully we can get the quality in return and actually use those picks in the right way. You know what I mean? And hopefully we can get a top tier receiver or whatever we get as far as like a player that gets added on to that. So I'm at the point where it's just like I'm ready for a final resolution, whether he's gonna stay, whether he gets traded. I think something will happen within the next couple of days. I'm assuming it has to happen at least by Saturday, because I'm assuming that we're going to start hearing murmurings about deals by Sunday night. So, and a lot of these teams they're going to start going into their cap. So I think they want a resolution now. So I think if he don't get traded I think if he doesn't get traded by Saturday night, I think he's going to be a Raider this year. And I think he'll just kind of stick with it this year. And then, maybe we'll see how everything goes by a trade deadline this year. And maybe that could be another opportunity where he could potentially get traded middle of the season if things aren't going the way that he plans. So we'll see. But I'll always be a Max Crosby fan, and I understand people's kind of like burnt out situation with it. I am burnt out with it too, but it's not with Max. It's just more of that with the median, and I get it. Max is a top tier player. It's going to get talked about, and he can literally transform a team into a Super Bowl contender right away. So that's how I feel right now.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Mo. I think this can go into the draft. I can see a draft night trade where somebody sends 2 first-round picks to y'all and gets Max Crosby because they want to move up, or maybe go get somebody to or have you guys want to move around and add some more younger pieces to your roster. So I can see, draft night. Not saying that it won't happen early, but I'm just saying I can see that, I can see him, I can see AJ Brown, I can see one of those deals. Sometimes they get done on draft night. So
I would say it's always a possibility. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not. I just think that for the Raiders, this might be their best opportunity to get as much as they can possibly. Because I think at the end of the day, the closer we get to the draft, look, once we get to Monday, a lot of these teams aren't going to have the cap space to do that. So I think it'll be a lot harder for them to kind of get the trade off now. And then it might limit who can potentially be on the table for by the time draft comes. So that's why I feel like it will happen soon, because the moment you trade Max, I don't think Max has any more guaranteed money on his deal. So I think assuming you're trading him, I'm assuming you're gonna want to
say hi to my fiance, Mom.
What's up? Congratulations! I'm so happy for you.
Hey,
your boy was sweating the whole time. Like I knew for a while, but your boy was sweating. He was sweating about how he was gonna do it, how he wanted to do it. But I'm totally happy for y'all. I'm so happy for y'all. It's all love. It was a beautiful video. Shout out to y'all.
For sure. All right, go ahead, man. My bad.
Nah, you're good. You're good. What was I saying? But anyways, like, yeah, I just think it's a situation where, like, I think for the Raiders, I think they would want to get it done. I think a lot of these teams will want to get it done. I think the Cowboys want to get it done as soon as possible. That way they can know what they need as far as like who they want to sign and all that stuff like that, and cap space. And I would assume like the Rams will want to get this done as soon as possible. The Bears, I'm assuming they will want to get this done as soon as possible. So we'll see. I think I agree with you. Anything is on the table, but I really strongly believe if it doesn't get done by this week, I think Max and the Raiders will sit down, and I think they'll be like, all right, let's just see what happens with Fernando Mendoza. Let's see what you do. Because like let's say the Raiders hit on a lot of stuff that Max likes in free agency. We got 90 plus, almost 100 plus million. He may like it. He'd be like, you know what? Let me see what happens this year. Let me see. You know what I mean? Maybe I like the direction that we're going to go, where it's like, all right, maybe we're not going to be Super Bowl contenders, but I could see that we're trajecting to be that way. I like who we act. I got one of my good buddies and Rob Leonard, who I trust a lot, is my defensive coordinator. You know what I mean? It could kind of change. You know what I mean? I think this is the week where if Max wants to get traded, I feel like he would want to do it now. Let's get it over with. Because, and at that same time, you don't want, as a team, if you're the Rams and all that, you don't want to give the Raiders the opportunity to improve and give Max, be like, you know what? I love being a Raider already. I love the vibe, and we got a chance to win. I'm going to stick with that. Don't give them the opportunity. Like, if you can get Max now, you take it now, because there could be opportunity where he could change his mind. We saw that with Myles Garrett. We've seen it before. So, if you want him, here's your opportunity. Put your best offer on the table while the Raiders. And if you do that, you could potentially have one of the you're easily will have the top 2, top 3 best defensive players in the league right now.
Just don't trade him to Philly, man.
I don't think look, man, it's a possibility, bro. It's a possibility. I don't want to see it. I don't want him to go to the Rams either, honestly. But
yeah, don't send him.
I'm like, unless you're gonna trade me Puka or some shit.
That
ain't happening. That ain't happening. Nah, fuck.
You gonna take Devontae Adams,
man? I'm straight. Devontae Adams lost a fan to me the way he kind of. I can't trust him, bro. I'm not a fan of Devontae Adams at all. I just don't know unless Niners gonna give us Fred Warner or some shit. I'll take Fred.
I could see y'all trading him to the Bears. I think that's the destination. I think they have the best.
You think if he does get traded, you think it's the Bears? I think me personally, it's either the Bears or Cowboys. That's what I think.
I think the Bears have the best assets as far as what they can trade away. They put DJ. You put DJ Moore in there. You don't have to break the bank for him. He's already on his deal, so you ain't got to go give him George Pickens type money. You know what I'm saying? Like. If you're hitting up the Cowboys, you want them to sweeten the deal. Hey, give me George Pickens. And I don't think they want to do that. So if you get DJ Moore, and look, say what you want about DJ Moore. DJ Moore is a starting quality above, he is a very good wide receiver one. That's what he is. So when he will solidify y'all offense, yes, I get it. We've talked about it. We don't like the way that he acted as far as the first year with Caleb Williams, rolling his eyes, getting, mad or whatever. I don't think it was just Caleb Williams. I think it was a combination of that coaching staff. I think he just didn't believe in it. And I think he just was like, this is a mess. So you saw when Ben Johnson was there, it wasn't as bad. You know what I'm saying? He started coming around. And he started making more plays. So, I think that if you guys set a foundation, and I think him and Fernando Mendoza will hit it off because Fernando has that likability to him. So I don't think he would act like that as he would act with Caleb Williams. So, like I said, you will solidify your number one wide receiver. You ain't got to go in the draft and, draft one or whatnot. You got your guy. You know what I'm saying? Powers.
Nah, sorry to cut you off, but I saw something of a potential 3-team trade where the Bears would get Max Crosby, the Patriots would get DJ Moore, and then the Raiders would get pretty much all the picks.
I mean, if that's what y'all want to do, if y'all want to go in there with just the picks and you don't want DJ Moore, I get it. I just feel like if you were to get DJ Moore, at least you would solidify.
For sure. Like I think there's opportunities for us to get other receivers. Like I think the potential to get Rashid Shaheed, I think that's on the board.
But I think that would be a good little tandem. You get DJ Moore, he's your more so, your slot, your inside, outside guy who can get open. You got Rashid Shaheed, who's your speed guy, and your punt return and kickoff return. Now you can solidify both receiver spots, and you got Brock Bowers and Ashton Jetty in the back,
and Trey Tucker. I'm not gonna
Trey Tucker.
Trey's like one of the more faster receivers.
I like Trey Tucker.
I like Trey Tucker.
See what you got in the what's the
Dante Thornton. We got Dante Thornton. We got Josh Beck.
Yeah, Beck. So see what you got in those young guys.
No, that would be a solid wide receiver core. Like, wouldn't be nothing to sleep at. Like you give me DJ Moore, Rashid Shaheed, Brock Bowers, Trey Tucker. Like that's a solid receiving core that's respectable. That would worry some teams for sure. Yeah, for sure. So now again, at the end of the day, as I said, if we're gonna trade Max, I just want to make sure we get what they want. Like I don't want the Raiders to budge off of what they're asking for. Like, give us 2 firsts and a top tier player. That's what we want. If you want him, do that. If you guys cannot step up to the plate, do not trade Max Crosby. I do not want to get less. Look, we just saw Trent McDuffie go for more than what he thought he could. You trying to tell me Max Crosby can't get at least 2 firsts? You know what I mean? Come on, like what are we talking about? Like, I don't hear anything about Max Crosby can't get that. I get it, he's a little older than what Michael Parsons is, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm taking Max over Micah every day. I'm sorry. I think Max is the better defensive player, dog. He just is. He showed me more.
He can set the edge better. He's better against the run.
He's just more consistent. I've seen Michael Parsons fade away as the season has gone. I've seen that multiple times. That don't happen to Max, man. It don't. Max is more reliable. I think he's more diverse too. I really do. Like, if you really look at the Max is a very athletic dude, bro. He's a very athletic dude. Like, I honestly think he's right behind Myles Garrett. I go Myles Garrett to Max Crosby number 2. Michael Parsons is 3. That's how I personally feel. This ain't a Raider thing. This is just eye test thing. It just is.
Like I said, I think he's better against the run. I think Max. I mean, I think Micah. He's a pure pass rusher. And
but he needs things to go right for him to be able to do that. I think Max Crosby, we've seen Max that don't have nothing around him, and he still gets to the quarterback. He still stops the run. Like, Michael Parsons needs everything. He needs a lead. He needs an opportunity to where the opponent is going to throw the ball. Like, I think he has weaknesses. None against Micah, but that's the reality. And he's coming off a more brutal knee injury than what Max did. So.
Yeah, but I would hate to end the Mahomes and Crosby rivalry, man.
I would hate it too. Like, I just think that my Raiders actually have a real opportunity to actually be something special, and I want Max to be a part of that. But I get it. Timing is everything, and right now he's itching to win, bro. I think he's never won in high school. He's never won in college. He hasn't won in pros. I think he wants to win. I think it just finally just blew up. And I know people always want to keep bringing up the situation where they forced him to sit down, but I think it was the smart play. I don't understand why Max would be upset about them focusing on him rehabilitating his knee. Bro, you needed knee surgery. I get it. You want to play. But at the same time, I find it very laughable that you want to be mad at that when we've been doing the same thing for the last 3 years, where you play these meaningless games and we win these games and we lose out on the opportunity to get a quarterback. We've done that with Jaden Daniels. We've done that with Caleb Williams. We've done that with CJ Stroud. Well, that might have been a blessing in disguise, but like, we've done that with so much QB talent. Why are you mad, brother? If we would have won a meaningless game at the end of the year, you know where we'll be at? We'll be in 4th place without a quarterback again. And we might be talking ourselves into keeping Geno Smith. Obviously, we'll be in the running for Malik Willis and Kyler Murray and stuff like that. We don't want that. Like, come on, man. We need some youth. And I wish he would see that, but at the same time, I understand.
Yeah, for sure. Last but not least, Stephon Diggs has been released from the Patriots.
That boy having a rough week, man. He having a rough couple weeks, but
he is no longer a New England Patriot. So I ask you, Mal, is there a market for Stephon Diggs?
I think there is a market because he has shown that I think he's a good teammate. Obviously, there was always that rumbling with him with the Buffalo Bills and him not being a good teammate and stuff. I think he was a good teammate. I just think that, I think a lot of people want to decide with Josh Allen on that situation. I know he has a lot of off the field situation that could be a little bit worrisome. And look, man, you losing out on Cardi B, man, that's some quality ass that you are never going to get again. Now, look, Stephon Diggs, I think he'll be fine because, he has like 35 baby mamas and stuff like that. So he'll be cool. But I think there'll be a market for him. I don't think it'd be like nothing crazy, but I think he'll be on the team. I think it'll be a situation where obviously I think he needs to get that situation off the field resolved. I don't think he's going to get signed right away, me personally. I think it might be a little bit of time. I think he will eventually. But I don't think he's going to get a crazy deal. I think he'll be like, 1-year deals from here on out. Maybe a 2-year deal with a team option. You know what I mean? So something like that. But I can see he'll definitely be on the team. He's still got a lot of talent
Yeah,
left in him.
yeah, he still produced last year. He's pretty good last year, so I
Mm-hmm.
could definitely see him on the team that needs an extra receiver, maybe even a reunion.
With who? Buffalo? I don't know. Obviously, Josh Allen will have to sign off on that. Now,
Yeah.
I think they should. It depends on who they can get. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a lot of fits with Stephon Diggs. I could see him on my
That'd be
Raiders.
interesting.
I could see. No, I could see that too, because he's not going to cost that much. You know what I mean? I
Mm.
wouldn't sleep on the Eagles. I wouldn't sleep. I wouldn't sleep on the Bills. I wouldn't sleep on the Giants.
Giants would be good.
I wouldn't sleep on the Saints.
Yeah,
Panthers, they could use another receiver.
even though that
Colts. No, go ahead.
I'm saying, even though they got Coker and
They
Ted,
do, but again, he's not gonna be expensive. You know what I mean?
true, true.
The Seahawks, obviously they're gonna lose Rashid Shaheed. I could see him maybe going there. The 49ers, they're gonna be losing Brandon Ayuk. I could see
And
that
Juwan
situation
Jennings
too.
too.
Juwan Jennings too, so I could see that too. Like he's gonna have a market. Like he will
Yeah.
have a market. It's just I think the off the field things do worry a little bit. You know what I mean? But if he can reassure teams that it won't be an issue, that he won't get suspended or there won't be any more cases, then maybe he can get signed next week, like maybe later in next week. If he doesn't get signed by next week, I think teams are just going to kind of wait and see how his progress is off the field with that court incident and stuff like that. And then obviously, hit Roger Goodell up and check the temperature, like, yo, is he potentially going to get suspended? You know what I mean? Like something like that. With all this off the field stuff too, you got to take that into account as well. So but he'll have a job. He'll have a job this year.
Maybe he'll go back home to Baltimore.
I think that you got Baltimore. Yeah, absolutely. You got Baltimore, the Titans, depending on, see what they want to do with that situation, give Cam Moore some more weaponry and stuff like that. I think the Texans are good. I think the Rams are good. Cardinals, maybe the Cardinals, maybe. Yeah. There's just too many options out there. There's just too many options out there for him.
I agree.
And he was the best receiver on that team.
Brother, don't go to Miami, brother.
Nah, that's the one place you don't want to go to. Number one, for your off the field stuff. And number two, like honestly, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Who do you think will be better? Stephon Diggs or Tyreek Hill? Like, who would you sign between those two first?
That's difficult, man. If all things was equal and what's the name was healthy, I'm just, hey, sign me up for Tyreek Hill.
It's not. Oh yeah, Steelers too. But yeah, if
you
had the opportunity to sign both, who would you sign first? Stephon Diggs or Tyreek Hill?
Today, I'm signing Stephon Diggs.
Yeah,
because I've already stated, if you heard me, I'm scared of that injury, man. Mm-hmm. Now I did see his, I don't know if it was Instagram or whatever. I don't know if this was recent. It looked like he was running track.
Cool. Tyreek?
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if that was old or if that was something recent. Because he was on track.
I'm sure he's moving around. You know what I mean? Like, look, we got Jason Tatum coming off an Achilles injury quick. So it could be a possibility, man. It could. Like, they got wonders. Now, would you take Rashid Shaheed or Stephon Diggs?
Rashid Shaheed. He's younger.
Alec Pierce or Stephon Diggs?
See, I'm not that high on Alec Pierce.
Neither am I. But Alec Pierce does put up numbers. Like, I'm not going to say
get paid. He's definitely going to get paid.
I'm not saying he doesn't put up numbers, but
I just feel like he's a big play dude. Like he runs like 2 or 3 routes. Like
he's not a great route runner, I don't think.
Like there's times where Alec Pierce, he'll make like one big catch for 50 or 60 yards, and then he'll just disappear for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Like I'm not the biggest Alec Pierce guy, but hey, shout out to him. He's gonna get paid, whether it be the Colts or whoever.
So I would assume you would probably have Mike Evans as the number 1 free agent wide receiver right now.
Who?
Mike Evans. You think he's the number 1 receiver currently that could get picked up right now? Not
From what
tradable, but just
I
he's a
know,
free
he's a
agent. So,
free agent. So as
or would
far
it,
as
would it be
as far
somebody
as
else like Rashid or something?
I guess he's the number one guy. This class is not that strong.
Mm.
Like there's some good wide receivers, not no like high end like guy. Like there's gonna be some guys that's gonna get paid. Like I know you ain't gonna want to hear this. Romeo Dobbs gonna get paid.
Romeo Dobbs sucks, bro.
He's
He's
gonna get paid.
terrible. I know he's gonna get paid, but he's
He's gonna
terrible.
get paid.
Where do you think he goes?
I don't know.
I could see him going to Arizona. That to me, that he seems like an Arizona guy. He seems like an Arizona guy.
I don't know.
Or maybe the Steelers. I could see him in the Steelers
I
uniform.
can see him with the Steelers. I can see him in Tennessee.
I can see Tennessee too. He kind of fits the timeline with Cam.
Mm-hmm. I can see him out there. trying to think who
Maybe the Seahawks. He kind of could fit the Shaheed thing. He kind of could fit the Shaheed thing.
Yeah, but he's not as fast as she. He's more of a
he's not.
He's more of a good route runner, get open, type guy, outside receiver. Yeah, Steelers, San Francisco, Tennessee. I can see that.
As long as you don't say the Raiders, I'm good.
I mean, I can see him with y'all too.
Nah. We're cool. We're good over here. We're good.
I'm just saying, dog.
Nah, we're cool. I don't know. Is there any other free agencies to talk about?
No. I mean,
obviously you got like the O lineman. You got like Tyler Linderbaum. I low-key think he's going to end up being a Raider. I just think the Raiders are going to throw the bag at him. That's what I think. I think he end up going to be a Raider.
I think my Chiefs end up signing Travis Etienne.
Yeah, I think he because I just think you can't hold out hope that Jeremiah Love is going to fall to you. I don't think he's.
Well, I just think it's too much smoke. I just think there's been too much smoke coming from the combine that people are saying that Travis Etienne wants to come to Kansas City. Kansas City wants him, and I just think he fits what Andy Reid wants in his running back.
Where do you think your boy goes, Pacheco?
I don't know.
Where do you think your boy Pacheco goes, man? Come on, man.
Shout out to
guess, man.
Shout out to Isaiah Pacheco, man. I hope you bounce on your feet, man. I really do. I can see him going home and playing with the Jets.
You think the Jets? Yeah,
I think he's from
pair him up with Maurice.
He's from New Jersey, but you can go back home. You know what I'm saying? Chill, go to the Jets. I'm trying to think of a team that would need like a backup running back. I don't know.
Let me see. Let's see who else is available.
Yeah, Brian Robinson Jr. is probably a free agent. I can see him with the 49ers.
Where you see Debo going?
Debo? He's one of the Ravens.
You think he's going to the Ravens?
I think he's a Raven. He fits what they want to do.
What about Trey Henderson?
Either Seattle or Detroit.
He said he want to go to Tampa. He said he want to go to Tampa.
I mean, if you want to go to Tampa,
I think he should go to Detroit because I don't hear them in the Max Crosby sweepstakes. I thought back in the day, if Max was going to get traded, I thought he would go to the Lions, but it doesn't seem like they're in the sweepstakes unless they want to give me, they can throw a Jameson Williams in there, boy. I'll take a first of Jameson. I'll take that, boy. Run me that, boy. Yes, sir. Run me that, my boy. Yeah, hell yeah.
I could see Trey going to, I can see him going to the Cowboys.
To Trey Henderson, if they don't get Max.
Yeah, I can see him going to the Cowboys. I can see him going to the Bears if they don't get Max.
Mm-hmm.
I can see San Francisco picking him up, matching him up with Nick Bosa.
I can see that. I think they're gonna get. I think his brother's gonna go there.
I think so too.
I think Joey.
Yeah, I think Joey's gonna go over there.
What about your boy Jawan Taylor? Where do you think he goes?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up on the Chiefs.
Like back on the Chiefs? You think so?
You said Juwan Jennings?
Jawan Taylor.
Oh, Juwan Taylor. I don't know. Any team that needs a right tackle.
Yeah, you think Jawan Jennings is gonna be a Chief?
I do.
Why you think that?
I just think he's especially with the Rasheed Rice situation. I just think he can run the Rasheed Rice routes. I think he can do what everything Rasheed Rice does, and
Okay.
he won't be expensive.
Nah, I think he's gonna get. I think he's gonna get a bag though.
We'll see.
I think people are gonna try to overpay Jawan Jennings. What about Marshawn Lattimore? He got cut. You think it's over for him?
I don't think it's over because it's hard to find corners. So I think he's
Yeah.
gonna get signed. Look, they gave what's his name, Travarius White, second chance, third chance. So he's gonna end up on somebody's roster. You know where I can see Marshawn Lattimore going? The Cowboys.
I can see that. He fit.
Or I could see him being the number 2 corner with the Eagles.
I can see that too. Watch. The funny shit will be him and Mike Evans be teammates. I can see that shit happen. That's just the irony, the storyline in that, man. It's just like, man, y'all did all that beef and now y'all teammates and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see him. Another place I can see Marshawn Lattimore. Detroit.
I can see that too. They need all the help they can get.
They need corner help. So I can see him on Detroit. Any team that needs a corner.
You know who they gonna get? They're gonna get Trevon Diggs. That's who they gonna get. They gonna get Trevon Diggs. They're gonna get an opportunistic corner. Like, look, the thing with Trevon Diggs is he can't cover shit, but he's a very great opportunistic corner.
Trevon Diggs is Timu Marcus Peters. That's who he is.
No, he is.
Now Marcus Peters was a better player than him, but
he was way better. But that boy had mental issues, bro.
Yeah, he was wild. Now he's better now. I just saw an interview with him. He's actually got his stuff together. But yeah.
He kind of looked like a what are them brothers that did good in the drafts? Style. He looked like a Styles brother. Marcus Peters. Peters. He looked like he related to them Styles. But what about Khalil Mack?
I think anybody who needs a veteran pass rusher, a leader, somebody can come in and be a leader on that defense. Why he still got juice? He still gives you pass rush ability. I can see him in Buffalo, actually.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see him going back to Chicago.
I can see that too. I think it's either Chicago or Buffalo, because I don't think he'll be expensive just because of his age and stuff like that. I think he'll still be a decent price, but nothing crazy.
I can see him. I see them going all in on like a Mike Evans.
Yeah, they need to. that GM boy, that president,
he fits what Josh Allen wants to do. Josh want to throw that thing down the field. And
what about What about David Njoku?
This is a nice little tight end class of.
It's not bad.
Free agency. You got Njoku, Jonnu Smith just got cut. You got Likely, Dallas Goedert is available.
Yeah, they just let him go, didn't they?
So there's quite a few tight ends out there. I think
Njoku goes to. I think he goes. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the Niners take a swing just because of George Kittle's injury and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but they got old boy though. They got old boy
Tungus.
Yeah, they got Tungus though.
But nowadays you can't have too many tight ends.
Nah, you can't. Knowing them and the way they run.
I'm
trying to see who else is available. Jimmy Ward's available. Michael Kuntz, Bobby Wagner. I think he might retire. Taysom Hill's available too.
No, Bobby said he's coming back.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
I wonder where he's gonna go. He gonna go back to the Commanders or something?
Possibly.
Diami Brown, Taysom Hill.
He's still in the league.
Yeah. Marcus Mariota is a free agent.
I wouldn't mind Marcus coming to the Chiefs.
And be a backup? Nah, he's a solid backup.
I would bring him in, especially if Mahomes do miss let's say miss 4 games. I wouldn't be mad Marcus starting. I think I would have down.
Tyrod Taylor, he always available.
Tyrod, man, he just get hurt too much.
He do like if he stay healthy, he's straight. But
He's straight. At least he a solid backup. But it's just like,
hey, Alex Anzalone, he's available.
mm-hmm.
I wonder where he'll go. He's a good linebacker.
He is.
I know he had some injuries and stuff, but if he stay healthy, he good.
No, he is.
Calais Campbell, where you think he go?
I don't know. Maybe go back to Arizona. I don't know. He's still productive though.
Najee Harris gotta get out the league, bro. He's terrible. DeAndre Hopkins, his career's over. I don't think he gets signed.
Yeah, I think it's over.
Who else is available? Austin Eckler. That's interesting.
He's coming out for ACL tear. It's over.
Yeah. Reed Blankenship.
He has a market.
I think he has a market. He
has a market. He's a good. He's just good.
Safety. Quay Walker. Where do you think he go?
That's a good question.
I was surprised they didn't try to maybe figure that out.
I don't know. I thought they was going. There was rumors that Rashawn Gary was going to get released.
Yeah, that's wild. They must be hurting for some money over there.
And if Rashawn Gary get released, he's a big time.
Yeah. Like honestly, this it ain't that bad. Like Devin Lloyd, he's available. I wonder where he goes.
Yeah, Jacksonville need to get on it. They better sign him.
They better re-sign him. He did good.
He helped that defense.
Keenan Allen. I don't know if he gets signed.
He was productive.
He was cool, but it's just.
I just want to look at that shoulder.
Clavion Chasen.
He gets signed somewhere. I don't think you got to break the bank for him. I think the defensive ends you're probably going to have to pay a little bit of money is Jalen Phillips.
Yeah.
Maybe Boye Mafe, Owe, that was with the Chargers.
Oh yeah, they said he gonna get back.
Yeah. Maybe Kwity Paye from the Colts. He might get a little bag. But outside of that, I don't think you got to pay any of those other guys. Or Travion Henderson. He probably get a nice little 2-3 year deal.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a nice little bag. So
there's some interesting names on this list. Like Tim Patrick, available.
Tim Patrick's always available.
Zay Jones. Man, I think he got hurt last year though.
They always
Hunter Renfrow, he need to retire. Kenneth Walker, I think he's gonna be a Bronco.
Think so?
I think so. Because JK, no, I don't think they re-signed JK.
They could sign. They could. Hey, well, that's right. Because they got RJ Harvey.
DeMar Hamlin.
I think James Franklin Myers. He might get a nice little deal. He had a really good season with the Broncos last year.
Yeah. Sterling Shepard, man, if he just stay healthy, but he would have been nice.
Sterling Shepard's still productive too.
He's still productive. What about your boy Sky Moore? You think it's over for him?
No, you know what? Say what you want about Sky Moore. He was actually really good for San Francisco punt and kickoff return last year. He returned a few of them. That's why I wanted Dave Tope to lose his job.
Yeah.
I'm like, look what this guy doing over there in San Francisco.
Kareem Hunt.
I wouldn't be surprised if they brought Kareem Hunt. If we signed Travis Etienne, I wouldn't be mad if we signed Kareem Hunt back. He's got a short yardage guy.
It's a lot.
31.
Y'all gonna bring back Juju too?
Hell no.
Y'all tired of Juju? Man, he helped you win some Super Bowls.
I like Juju. I really do. And I appreciate him helping us win that Philly Super Bowl, but it's over, dog.
What about Rachaad White?
Who?
Rachaad White, running back for the Bucks.
I don't know. I wouldn't be mad. If we do not get Travis Etienne, I'm not mad at that mid-tier of a Tyler Algier, Rachaad White. Rachaad White from KC, so that would make sense.
Yeah, he actually had a decent year last year, so
I actually like Rachaad White.
Yeah, I'm not. Nah, Rachaad White, cool. There's a lot of names. There's a lot of players. God damn. I ain't gonna say everybody, but
Rico Dotto, he's another one. I wouldn't be mad.
Nah, Rico Dotto, yeah. There's gonna be a running back that does get left out though. That doesn't get a bag. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course. I think the running backs that it possibly get, I think Walker's gonna get the bag. like up to like 13, 14 million.
Yeah, I think Walker. I think ETN gets a decent bag. And then I think there'll be like one more.
Maybe somebody overpays for Tyler Algier.
Maybe. But again, it just depends on how people feel about this running back draft class this year. You know what I mean? I think honestly, that would tell a lot how people feel about this running back draft class. If they sign all these cats up, then I feel like it's a feeling that this running back draft class isn't really that great.
I mean, it's compared to last year, it's weak.
Yeah.
Compared to last year, it's weak. I mean,
it's literally just
because there's love, and then it's like dot.
Like the next best running back. Who's the next best running back up behind Love?
It's probably his running back, Jadarian Price.
Probably is.
Yeah. And then after that, maybe the dude from Arkansas who boosted his stock, Mike Washington.
Yeah.
And then, then you got another level like the Katron Allens, Nick Singletary, what's the boy? Jonah Coleman from Washington. You got the two running backs from Indiana, Black and Hemby.
Yeah.
You got the Winnington dude from Oregon. Those dudes are probably like day 3 picks.
What about Isaiah Likely?
I think he's got a big market. I can see him sign like a 3-year deal.
Where do you think he goes? If you got to take a quick guess.
Carolina.
Yeah, they need help. They need help a lot. But I could see them maybe potentially trying to get like a Kenyon Sadiq. I could see that. Kenyon Sadiq.
I could see that
has. Too. I could see that. I could see them holding off and try to get Kenyon Sadiq.
Because I think the Panthers are gonna go on that defensive line, even though their defensive line was solid. I still think they're gonna add one more piece on that defensive line.
Yeah.
Get more consistent pass rush. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be an interesting beginning next week for sure.
All right, man. Let's switch it up to NBA news. You got anything?
Yeah, I got a little something. First up, obviously, the Charlotte Hornets, man. We gotta talk about the Charlotte Hornets team, man. They've been playing very well. They had a big game against the Boston Celtics. They ended up winning 118-89. We know the Boston Celtics have been rolling. Everybody was playing, minus obviously Jason Tatum. He's still gearing up. But everybody looked good. Con Knipple had 20. LaMelo Ball, he had 18, 7 and 4. Brandon Miller, he had 18. Kobe White had 17 off the bench. Charlotte Hornets, man, they've been rolling, man. They're currently 32-31. They won their last 6 games. They're currently in the standings. They're currently ninth. Only a couple games back from the 76ers. 2.5 to be exact, to get out of the play-in. So my question to you is, man, what kind of noise could you potentially see the Charlotte Hornets making? How far do you think they get in the playoffs? Do you think they get out of the play-in? Do you think they get to the second round? What you think?
No, I don't think they get out of the play-in.
Nah, you don't think so?
No, I think they would be right there in that play-in. But I do think they get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I think they're first round exit. I think they're first round.
I think they're gonna surprise you, man. I think they get out of the play-in. I think they get out of the play-in, and I think they have an interesting series with the Boston Celtics. I really do. I think they have an interesting series with them. I ain't saying they're gonna win it, but I think I think LaMelo Ball, you put him on that stage, I think that's going to be very, very interesting. Con Knipple, I think he's probably the leader in Rookie of the Year currently right now. I think that's a very interesting team. So I will look out for them. Next up, Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and those guys, they had their couple of trial hearings, man, gearing up. Seems like they might have a trial date. I think they're shooting for November the 2nd. Obviously with all the rigged poker games and stuff like that. So my question to you is, which I don't know if you've been following ever since we talked about it recently, but do you think there could be a potential way where you think these guys, Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones, could potentially get out of this in the sense of maybe making a plea deal? Maybe Chauncey Billups have an opportunity to coach again. What are your thoughts with anything that you know of?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if they have the evidence to debunk him, especially Chauncey Billups or and Damian Jones, from whatever the accusations against them. So they're gonna have to have some good evidence. But right now, I don't think it's looking too good for them. I think that if anything, Chauncey possibly can get like a probation, and because it's a first time offense or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know about Damon Jones.
I think that. Yeah, I don't know. So shout out to both gentlemen. Shout out to both gentlemen. I'll just leave it at that. Couple more. Next up, Eric Pincus. He's from the Bleacher Report. He wrote that Giannis Antetokounmpo, he prefers playing for an East Coast team since it's closer to Greece, closer to his family. And he said he doesn't want to play with a ball-dominant lead guard. So if that's the case, I think that leaves out, obviously, the New York Knicks. Obviously, that would leave out, obviously, the Los Angeles Lakers, things like that. What do you make of some of these preparations that Giannis Antetokounmpo?
That's my thing. I'm sick of Giannis. I am. I'm sick of him.
Yeah.
Go somewhere, pick a damn team, and go there in the offseason. A ball dominant. Then where he want to go?
They say he misses playing with players like Drew Holiday, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, so, I don't know.
Ain't Drew Holiday on Portland?
Yeah, he is on Portland. Yeah.
So you want to go to Portland? Shut up.
I just think at the end of the day, I just don't know if Giannis even knows what he wants anymore. I think he would love to stay in Milwaukee, but he knows he's never going to win again. So
I think he's going to end up in Brooklyn. You'll be mad as hell.
Facts for real. Yeah, that's the last place you want. That's the last place you want. And then I'll leave it last. Man McMahon, he says the Cleveland Cavaliers are the most likely destination for LeBron James after this season. He's in Los Angeles right now. He said, quote, in Los Angeles right now with the Lakers, LeBron James is a guest in his own home. What are your thoughts with this? Do you think the Cleveland Cavaliers would be the best destination for him to finish out LeBron James' career? Or do you think he should go somewhere else?
Probably so. He'd be comfortable at home. The crowd will be behind him to do his last run, the LeBron James tour, last run in Cleveland. So I can see that. That probably is the best spot. But I could see him possibly going to the Knicks.
Yeah.
I can see him going to the Knicks. I can't see any other team. I can't, unless he wants to stay in LA and go to the Clippers. I can't see nothing else. Or maybe he goes to Golden State with Steph. But outside of that, I can't see no other team.
Yeah, I think it's either. If I had to take it, I think the Cavs are leading. I think the Warriors will be number 2, and I think him staying with the Lakers at a low deal will be 3. I think. And then I'll go like Knicks and stuff like that. But yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's it right now. Quiet night for NBA news. Can they ship him to Cleveland tonight? Shit, I'll pack his bags, but that ass. I'll pack his bags. I'll drive him myself.
I'm gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be back.
Introduce yourself to Magnet, the ultimate sports drink. Are you ready to take your performance to the next level? Do you want a sports drink that eliminates the muscle cramps and fatigue when working out or training? Meet Magnet, the sports drink designed for athletes who refuse to settle for mediocrity. It's power-packed electrolytes and rehydrates and restores balance with their scientifically formulated blend with magnesium that fights fatigue and boosts endurance. It has natural ingredients made with real fruit extracts and no artificial colors or flavors because your body deserves the best. It has delicious flavors like mixed fruit and watermelon that keep you revitalized and ready for action. It will boost your performance with essential vitamins and minerals. Magnet fuels your workouts, helping you crush your goals. Join the Magnet movement whether you're training, competing, or simply staying active. Magnet is your go-to refreshment for peak performance. You can order it now on our direct link at drinkmagnet.com. Also, use promo code Cris Mal to get $5 off your purchase. So don't wait. Again, that promo code is Cris Mal to get $5 off your purchase. Get Magnet, push your limits, fuel your passion.
Shout out to Magnet Sports Drink. All right, man. Let's do our BetUS Sure Fire Picks.
That's it.
All right, man. What you got?
So I got the Rockets -9 against the Warriors. We all know the Warriors are just a terrible team right now. So I'm gonna do that. I got the big game tomorrow, Spurs Pistons rematch. I'm gonna take the Spurs -3.5 against the Pistons. I'm gonna do that. Pistons been kind of struggling a little bit as the last couple games. I think they'll be all right, but they've been struggling a little bit. And then I'm gonna take the Timberwolves -6 over the Toronto Raptors.
For sure. The only thing we got different, I'm taking Pistons money line.
Okay.
Taking Pistons money line, but I got the Rockets -9 and Timberwolves -6. If you go to any of our social media platforms, you'll see the BetUS link. Go ahead and click on it. First time users only. You sign up, put the promo code JOIN125. You get 125% sign-in bonus, plus 10% gamers insurance. That's 3 risk-free bets on your first 3 deposits of $100 up to $5,000. That means if you bet $100 on your first 3 bets and you lose, you keep your money. So you can win you some money or you can keep your money. Go ahead, sign up. Tell them Cris Style Mal sent you. And that does it for our BetUS Sure Fire Picks. All right, let's go into some boxing news. So, unfortunately, the Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz fight will be on hold for right now, as Oscar De La Hoya did take Virgil Ortiz to court for making they had negotiated the fight with Boots, and he did it without Golden Boy, and Golden Boy had accused him of using a third party to negotiate the fight, and so Oscar De La Hoya took them to court, and so he won his decision to get an arbitrator to make a decision on their case, but there's word that Virgil Ortiz could win the arbitration, and there's word that they could settle. There could be a settlement. Virgil Ortiz does not want to work with Golden Boy anymore. He wants out because he feels like there were some contract, negotiations that just didn't go the way he wanted to go, especially with this Boots fight. So, this situation, how do you feel, sir?
At the end of the day, it's frustrating because we all had high expectations, especially getting the carrot dangled in right before our eyes, where you heard the rumblings that this was the fight that wanted to be made. This is the fight that was close to being made, and then all of a sudden it just gets ripped out because Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy, we got to do all this. It sucks, man. This is the main reason why people will have certain distaste for boxing with situations like this. And you know what? I think it gets to a point in time where, I get tired of the promoter side of everything and how they ruin the opportunity for big time fights and stuff like that. And this just is another instance. And, this is why people get turned off of boxing, situations like this. So hopefully this gets resolved soon. Hopefully we can get this fight going sometime this year. And then, hopefully Oscar De La Hoya can just step aside, get this arbitration thing going. I know it takes a little while in the court, but I think for the better of boxing, just move forward, rip these contracts up, do what you got to do, and let's get this fight going. He can find another promoter, or he can just be independent, whatever the case, whatever he needs to do to get this fight, just do it. And Oscar De La Hoya stay to the side. That's how I kind of feel right now.
Yeah, I agree. Just let's get this settled out of court. Let's y'all go y'all separate ways. Maybe Virgil can find him a new promoter, whatever it be. Maybe Eddie Hearns, maybe you know Al Heyman, maybe somebody else, whatever. But uh, so we can get this fight, so we can get Boots versus Ortiz, because that's really what the fans want to see. And like you said, this is what turns casual fans off, is that these negotiations, and we don't get the fights that we want to see. Now, I think it's gotten a lot better in boxing, that we're starting to get more fights that we want to see. But outside, but still. It's stuff like this with the promotions and all that stuff that makes stuff muddy and make it hard to just set the fights up and let's go. You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
yeah.
Get the numbers right, whatever. Who gets what? Who's the A side? Who's the B side? Let's go. So I agree with you. uh, the WBC has ordered Lamont Roach and William Cepeda should fight for the vacant WBC lightweight belt that was stripped from Shakur Stevenson. Um, Both of them are respectively 1-2 at the 135 division. Um, how do you feel about this fight? Do you think this is a good fight? And do you think that this fight could lead to a fight with either Shakur or Tank Davis?
I think it can. Obviously, we all know what we want. We want to see Lamar Roach and Tank, get that re up again. But no, I think this could be an interesting fight. I think, especially off that showing, the last showing with Lamar Roach, it's pretty disappointing. We expected more from him, so I'm sure he'll be ready for the bounce back. And Williams and Petty ain't nobody sleep on. He's a really good fighter as well. So now I'm looking forward to this fight. I think this definitely could be a good one, and I think the winner would get the opportunity to maybe potentially get a Shakur or Tank fight. Hopefully a Tank fight. You know what I mean? And hopefully it's Lamar Roach. But I say you can't sleep on Zepeda. Like, he gonna have to bring his A game. He gonna have to be who he was against Tank for him to be able to win this fight.
Yeah, I agree. And then also, there was mentioned that Tank and Pitbull could be fighting on the same similar card. And then, winner is kind of like whoever wins, they face each other type deal.
Yeah.
So we all know Lamont Roach just fought Pitbull and they had a draw. And Tank hasn't been in the ring since the Lamont Roach fight. So we're going to see. We're going to see how this plays out. Tank and Pitbull, you know how I feel about Pitbull. Now, Pitbull has been a lot better than what I thought he was, but still.
Yeah.
I've always felt like he got his shine because he didn't get knocked out by Tank.
Which is a lot. Hey, man, at that moment in time, Tank was a known force. So yeah, you got to take it. You got to give him that.
Yeah, I give him that. But I'm just saying. But it's gonna be interesting to see these fights get set up. So
no, for sure.
That's all the boxing news I got. All right, man. Last but not least, time for Maul's random news.
Let's get it.
It is now time for Maul's random news.
All right, everybody. Chris's favorite segment of the week, y'all's favorite segment of the week. A lot of topics that don't make it to the main card, but we always love to hear Chris's opinions about everything. So, sir, are you ready for this week's random news?
Let's get it.
All right, so first up, Harrison Barnes, he was on a nice little streak, but he ended up missing Tuesday night game because he woke up from a pregame nap with a sore left ankle. So my question to you is what kind of injuries have you had coming off of a sleep? Have you ever had any injuries, cramp, anything like that? What have you had? Never hurt
knees,
yourself? You hurt your neck or nothing like that?
Crook in the neck, knees hurt, ankles hurt, back hurting. Of course.
Yeah,
I'm old, man. I'm getting old, man.
Yeah, you are old, bro. You are old. You need to work on that. Next up, Spotify, they revealed their fans. Spotify revealed, fan voted that Lil Tecca, Baby Kim, and Doechii are the new leaders of hip hop's next generation. So I ask you, who do you think will be the guy to take hip hop into the next generation?
I'm not gonna discount Baby Kim and Dolce. Dolce had a great year. You know what I'm saying? So I can't discount her. Um, JID, he's up there for me. Cordier, I like Cordier. I like Simba. Simba's nice. I'm trying to think of anybody young. What's your name, son? What's his name? Domani?
Oh yeah.
Domani?
Yeah.
T.I. son. Yeah, I think he has a bright future ahead of him. I think that, because the British, the Griselda dudes, they've been around. They're new to the casuals, but they're older guys.
Yeah.
They're like my age, so
yeah.
I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay.
What's her name? What's the chick name to be rapping?
So Rhapsody.
No, not Rhapsody. What's her name? Samira. What's her name?
Oh, Samira Sin.
Yeah, she's one. Winning, one white chick to be rapping. She's another one. So that's quite a few.
Yeah, nah, for sure. So you're saying hip hop's in a pretty decent state then? Huh?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, for sure. All right, next up, I've seen some comments on Twitter where people are stating that the NFL is doing stuff ass backwards. They believe that the draft should 100% be before free agency, kind of like how the NBA is. My question to you is, sir, do you agree or disagree? Do you think the NFL draft should be before free agency?
I disagree.
Why do you disagree?
I think that get all your, because I think the salary cap just works differently from the NBA. So you got to get your ducks in a row first, and sign all your players, sign the guys that you want, sign the free agents first, because the cap is harder than it is in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? You can go to the draft and then sign dudes to max contracts in the NBA and all that stuff. Ain't no guaranteed contracts like that in the NFL. So, and like I said, you got to get the books right, the salary cap. Now, the salary cap is growing. Yeah, it is, but it's still a hard cap. It's still a hard cap. So you got to release guys. You got to get by the league year. You have to be at league compliancy when it comes to the money. So they might not have enough money to sign draft picks.
Yeah. Now you could slot in a lot of amount where it's dedicated for draft picks. You could do something like that.
I agree, but I just think in football, I think I think it's just more exciting. Football to be free agency first, man. You sitting there next week, we're gonna be on pins and needles, dog.
Oh my god.
You not?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think you be on pins and needles with the draft too.
No, I want the draft.
You would. Huh?
Don't change nothing.
Oh my god.
What's wrong with y'all? Y'all change some stuff.
I think it should be a thought. All right, next up, per Rolling Stone, federal prosecutors said Live Nation and Ticketmaster illegally used their monopoly power to help themselves instead of artists, fans, or venues during opening statements for their blockbuster antitrust deal trial, which is currently going on. Obviously, people are waiting and anticipating that. We've all been through it with Ticketmaster and stuff like that, and Live Nation. What are your thoughts with this, man? What could you potentially see? What would you like to see the outcome be for this trial, antitrust trial?
Because everybody get paid, man.
Yeah,
get the money back. Whatever happened to them, Because some shady shit going on around here.
Yeah, obviously. For sure. Next up, Sony has decided to pull back from releasing PlayStation exclusive games on PC. Online games will continue to be released across multiple platforms, but single player experiences like Ghost of Yote and then obviously the new Wolverine game will not be released on PC. It will just be PlayStation exclusives. What are your thoughts with this decision?
That's what y'all get PC. I thought y'all was tight. Y'all not. We got our own games. Come to PlayStation. Come to our side if you want to play the good games, because we ain't giving it up for y'all no more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though I know PC players, y'all stuff is better because it moves faster.
A little bit, it is better. It is better. It's a lot more work for it,
I
but
just remember seeing uh back in the day when I was dating this chick, her sons. One was playing PlayStation and the other one was playing PC.
mm,
They was playing Call of Duty. The one on the PC was kicking his. He was so fast. He was like,
nah,
damn.
yeah, I bet it is a skill. Mouse and keyboard. It is a skill. But nah, at the end of the day, look, man, PC gamers, you always like to gloat and stuff about that, about all that. But
So
let's go ahead and buy that PlayStation, my G. Y'all be all right. Y'all be all right. Next up, Bomani Jones, he made a comment saying he would rather have Kyler Murray than Jalen Hurts if the Cardinals decide to release Kyler Murray, which we all do. Obviously, quick, do you agree or disagree?
I disagree. Yes. Do I think Kyler Murray is more talented than Jalen Hurts? Yes. But do I think Jalen Hurts is a better winner than Kyler Murray? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna take the winning over the talent. There's a lot of talented guys. There's a lot of talented guys don't know how to win.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking Jalen Hurts.
For sure. All right, next up, obviously, we got the news of Paramount winning the deal with WB. There also have been some rumblings about maybe James Gunn could possibly leave DC Studios if the Paramount WB merger officially goes through, which it seems like it most likely will. So my question, two-parter, what's your number one thought with Paramount winning the WB deal, and what do you think of James Gunn if he were to leave DC Studios? What would that mean for DC Studios if he were to leave?
As far as Paramount, I guess. I mean, I don't know nobody who owns the streaming of Paramount. Like, really, Paramount. Like, all right, whatever. As far as James Gunn, his run has been a kind of a mixed bag. Like, I like, because it's like he tried to do so much of trying to, and I get it, you want your own stuff, but he tried it so hard to get rid of the Zack Snyder version of the DC universe and bring his own universe. Which, like I said, I get it. When you get a new CEO, they want to implement their own new stuff. They don't want to use what the last person used. So I get that. And look, I'm not saying that the movies are bad. Like the Superman movie was cool. I liked it. It was action packed. But then it's kind of weird because it's like Matt Reeves' Batman is not really the DC universe Batman. It's like that's Matt Reeves stuff over here. I'm still working on my Batman over here. I'm still working on my Wonder Woman over here. Like,
yeah.
So it's kind of weird. The Supergirl movie kind of looks okay. I think Jason Momoa is going to be cool. That is what's his name? Mojo, I think his name. But outside of that, I think James Gunn's been cool, but I wouldn't be mad at him stepping down.
Yeah, for sure. Next up, Chinese scientists have successfully used stem cells to reverse type 1 and type 2 diabetes in humans. Stem cells are helping some type 1 patients making insulin naturally. No injections, no pumps, just your body doing the work. What are your thoughts with this breakthrough that Chinese scientists have?
How much does it cost? I want to do it. I'm type 1, so.
Yeah. So I don't know how much it costs. It doesn't really say, but
does culinary cost? Covered.
I don't know if they'll fly you out there, but
I doubt it.
I doubt it, though. I doubt it. All right, next up, some U.S. military commanders have reportedly been accused of telling their troops the Iran war is part of a biblical plan to trigger the end times. This was posted by the HuffPost. Obviously, we're not going to get too political, but what are your thoughts with that? Everything that's going on in Iran. Just quick thoughts.
I mean, This war has always been a holy war. This war been going on for years before me
Mm-hmm.
and even Maul was even conceived.
Mm-hmm.
Our parents was even conceived. Grandparents. Like this has always been going on.
Yeah.
Wars in the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to get all spiritual on y'all like that, but it is what it is now. So I don't know about pushing the end days, but just be careful out there, y'all. Be careful out there. That's all I'm gonna say to
All right, next up, measles cases are surging, topping more than 1,100 confirmed cases so far this year, according to the new CDC data. That's over 6 times higher than the U.S. would typically see over an entire year. What's your thoughts with this?
Say that again.
Measles cases are surging, topping more than 1,100 confirmed cases so far this year. This is per CDC data. That's over 6 times higher than the U.S. would typically see over an entire year.
It's an epidemic coming on, man. Keep your measles away from Vegas.
Let's listen to scientists. That's what I'm gonna say.
But prayers to all those who are affected.
I'll say this: people gotta stop being stupid. Stop being stupid. It's the reality of it, man. Come on, man. Really? Like, what are we on? Like, people that have been in the medical field for a long time, scientists, a long time. Like, it's reasons why they give you measles shots. Like, come on, man. Wake up. All right, next up, the majority of public school teachers, 71%, hold at least one side job, according to a survey released Monday by Gallup in partnership with the Bipartisan Policy Center and the Walton Family Foundation. Obviously, we've talked a little bit about, kind of like how terrible our school system is. What does this say to you when majority of teachers have to work more than one job?
They're not getting paid enough.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you're getting these lackluster education systems.
Yeah.
Now some are better than others, but we got to start taking care of the teachers, man. Paying these teachers that have put in hours, and they put in hours with children, your kids and my kids, and trying to educate them and teach them a curriculum or whatever they in, from English to math, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys, they go from kindergarten up to 12th grade. You know what I'm saying? Even college. You know what I'm saying? So they need to get paid more. They do. They need to get taken care of more, because they are vital to the growth of human beings, to and spark something in their minds, and teach them different skills and things of that nature, history and things of that nature. So yeah, man, I think they should get paid more.
For sure. And last but not least, the Atlanta Hawks, they announced that they are going to have a theme night dedicated to the one and only Magic City. They're calling it Magic City Monday. But there is one player by the name of Luke Cornett who kind of opposes it. He wrote this week, quote, "This week, the Atlanta Hawks announced a special one-night collaboration to celebrate the city's iconic cultural institution, Magic City. During the team's home game against the Orlando Magic on Monday, March 16th, in his press release, the Hawks failed to acknowledge that this place is, as the business itself boasts, Atlanta's premier strip club. Given this fact, I would like to respectfully ask that the Atlanta Hawks cancel this promotional night with Magic City. The NBA should desire to protect and esteem women, many of whom work diligently every day to make this the best basketball league in the world. We should promote an atmosphere that is protective and respectful of the daughters, wives, sisters, mothers, and partners that we know and love. Allowing this night to go forward without protest will reflect poorly on us as an NBA community, specifically being complicit in the potential objectification and mistreatment of women in our society," unquote. Now, the Atlanta Hawks did confirm that they will not be stopping this night. They will go forward with it. So my question to you, sir, is what are your thoughts with everything? Do you agree with Luke Cornett? Do you agree with the Atlanta Hawks? What is your opinion?
I think it's kind of crazy, but at the same time, I don't agree with what's his name, Luke Cornett.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree because at the end of the day, like y'all I don't hear this stuff with some of these team players that are abusers or womenizers, and they're still getting paid. They're still on the team. You're still covering them, and I don't hear no uproar with that. You're not tripping about that, but you tripping about Magic City. You think that what you think they're gonna have strippers on the court? Look, man, these women know what they doing when they go to them strip clubs. When they participate and say it's a job to them. Regardless of how you feel about it, and look, strip clubs might not be your thing. I know for one, I'm not a big strip club guy. But at the end of the day, they make their money. And as far as objectifying women and all that stuff, hey, they getting paid to do what they do. And that's all strip clubs. But we don't know. We know how iconic Magic City is for Atlanta. And if they want to do a collaboration, I'm sure they're gonna do it in a corporate setting that's not gonna be distasteful. They'll probably celebrate it. They'll probably do certain things, but they know there's kids in the crowd. So I for one don't personally have a problem with it, but that's just me. But whatever.
3 things, and then we can close this out. Luke Cornett, sir, you're not even playing in the game. 1. Number 2, you're not even part of the Atlanta Hawks. 3, you don't even understand the culture of what Atlanta is.
That's a fact.
So mind your business. Worry about your game. You are a San Antonio Spur. Worry about that. Worry about your
that makes a lot of sense. That's what it is. He jealous.
Worry about that.
In San Antonio, and he don't get to see Keisha.
Yeah, that's not my problem. Number 2, I would love to know who you voted for. Next up, at the end of the day, we all know the Atlanta Hawks are not going to do anything crazy. You're acting like they're going to be giving out $20 lap dances during the game. That's not happening. It's not happening. From what I know, it's literally just apparel, stuff like that, representing what Magic City means to Atlantic culture. That's all it really is. You know what I mean? They're giving them a celebration. I'm sure the owners will be there. There may be some strippers that may be in the crowd that they do celebrate. But at the end of the day, there's strippers in every goddamn NBA arena every single day. So why are we tripping? And then on top of that, if you're gonna trip about that, you should be tripping about cheerleaders and how they get objectified and how they don't get paid well. Do you talk about that? You probably do not. So respectfully, Luke Cornett, I understand where your heart is. I get it. I understand. But this is not the place or the time, and it's not for your input, sir. You do not understand the culture of it. You do not understand the importance of what Magic City means to Atlanta. But out. You're not even part of the game. So what are you worried about for it? It'll be okay. I'm sure it got league approved. I'm sure they want to go through it if it didn't get league approved. I'm sure that everything has to go run by the NBA as far as like anything going on. And if not, I'm sure it'll be fine. In Atlanta, they have a reputation. I know they know that kids are going to be there. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. So
yeah, shout out to Magic City. Shout
out to Magic City. When I go to Atlanta, I'm gonna check it out because I want to check out the food. Though low key, strip clubs got some of the best food, man. They do. They be hit. But a lot of people be like, "Yo," a lot of people go for the food. Now, if you get if you rub a little butt, that's icing on the cake. You know what I mean? Like it ain't that bad. But
I will say this: Magic City. They said Magic City is different from every other strip club.
They do.
It's not
the same. It's not your regular strip club. I heard that too. So I definitely want to experience it too. Like if you go to Atlanta, man, you got to go to Magic City, man. You got to go to Magic City. You got to eat the food. You got to have the experiences, man. I heard it's hella cool in there. You know what I mean? So shout out to those ladies. Shout out to that business, man. Shout out to Atlanta. Luke, chill. Be all right, bro. Ain't the end of the world, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all right. That's it for Rapid News, man.
I got a random fun fact that I found out the other day, Mal. I don't know if you know this. I was on TikTok the other day, and they was talking about the creepiest things of the human body.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that your immune system doesn't know you have eyes?
No, I did not know that. No.
And if it did, it would attack them and it make you go blind
Oh well. What?
because it's not. It's just they don't recognize it. So if it was like attached to your immune system and they detect it, they would look at it as like a virus or something,
Mm.
and they would attack it, and you would go blind.
So is that why blind people go blind? Because of
I don't
that?
know. I thought about that. I didn't know. I wonder if that's a correlation of it. I did hear that they said that if you have eye damage, that your immune system can pick up on that and it could start deteriorating you.
That's
That's
it. That's interesting.
I've never heard it was they were I forgot all of them, but they was running down like 10 facts of the human body that's like creepy.
Hmm. Well, hey, people are still learning the human body every day, man. The human body is
Like
interesting.
if you had brain surgery, you can stay woke for brain surgery because your
Yeah,
brain
I've seen it before. Yeah, I've seen it before.
because it don't feel pain.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen it. I seen they had somebody was getting brain surgery and they had him playing his guitar while he was getting brain surgery or something like that. It was crazy. Yeah, I seen it.
Or if you swallowed a razor, the razor would dissolve in 3 days because the stomach acid in your body is so strong. The human body is amazing, y'all.
That it is, man. The female body is amazing. It is. The female
All
body
right,
is really amazing.
all right.
Really
You
amazing.
somewhere else.
I miss the female body, dog. I do. Shout out to the females out there. I love y'all.
We'll have a balloon pop for Maul soon.
Yeah. I don't know if I would even do that. That should hurt your ego, boy. Imagine you walk in and you get 10 pops. Pop, 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 pop. Boy, I'm cussing somebody out, boy. Somebody getting cussed out for sure.
He too short. He don't make it. He look like he broke.
Nah, they probably would.
I ain't doing that razor test. I would hope you wouldn't, Mark.
Yeah, bro. I hope you wouldn't either, my brother.
I hope you wouldn't.
I'm not cool over here. No.
Woo. All right, y'all. If you want to donate to the Cris Style Mal podcast, you can donate to $ Cris Mal podcast. We appreciate everything that you donate to us. Whatever streaming platform that you listen to your podcast on, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or iHeartRadio, we go ahead and follow us on there. Subscribe to us. If you're a first time watcher on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification button. So when we go live on Mondays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and Wednesday 9-ish p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you can jump in the live with us. You can talk about these topics like Mark did tonight. Give us your opinion. Tell us how you feel. Agree with us, disagree with us. We want to hear from you. Just don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And whatever social media platform you use, whether it be X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Twitch, Kick, whatever you use, we are available at Cris Style Mal. You can follow us. We'll follow you back. We're just some regular guys who like to talk sports, music, movies, and all kinds of various other things. If you have critiques or feedback, or if you have a question or topic, and we like said question or topic, we will bring it up. We will shout you out because we want to show love to those who show love to us. So go ahead and hit us up via DM, emails, or our mentions. All right, good people. Until Monday, I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Enjoy all the sports that's going on, all the activities. And we'll be back Monday to get you all ready for the NFL free agency and get y'all ready for college basketball March Madness. So until then, we out.
He's out.